Hello, dear Capricorn. I am Jamie Dawn, your revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your March 2022 horoscope. And we start the month with a Pisces new moon. This is a very sweet, compassionate, dreamy new moon where a lot of psychic energy can jump in. And if you're setting intentions, it's a great time for you to set intentions around the things that give you great connection, great communication. And I say this because we're working with your third house. We also have Mercury, who is the planet that rules messages and communication. It's canoodling with Saturn, and Saturn does have a way of compressing information when it is touching the planet of Mercury. However, condensing it where you can take all these symbols and all these messages and all these wonderful things that you're receiving from your intuitive body and putting them into something tangible that can be very useful and that can have great substance and form. And so that may be what you're looking at as far as setting intentions. How can I take all of this wonderful symbolism and dreams and imagination and bring heaven to earth, make it a reality? And that's something you really enjoy doing anyways, Capricorn. You could set intentions about connecting and learning more about your local community. So if you felt like you've been a little isolated or you've been held back from really being able to socialize a little bit, this is the time where you may be looking around and going, is there a meetup group that I can join? Or is there a group that does or a person that does something of interest that I would enjoy, like, I don't know, a yoga class, or maybe you're going to sign up for something that puts you in nature. I think that's something else that you really would resonate with. You may be setting intentions to begin a course, a writing project, maybe studying for an exam, any sort of learning opportunities that can boost your income. This is a great time for investing in that, or at least thinking about researching, what course might give you that next level. You could also be setting intentions to make more income. So maybe taking on a second job or working really hard towards a promotion or promoting yourself so that you get new clients. And maybe there's a project that you're wanting to take on. All of this with the motivation that you can purchase things, for your home. You can purchase things for your family. You can have an experience like travel and just enjoy being a part of life. You can also access a lot of really good information from other sources. It's almost like you're telepathically receiving information during this time as well, especially as we have Venus and Mars canoodling with Pluto in your first house. So hopefully you've been feeling the benefits of Venus being here, and with Mars exalted in your sign has a way of helping you really be driven, magnetic, people coming to you and saying, oh, dear Capricorn, you are just the most wonderful, reliable person. I need something steady. I need to be able to get something done. And you're like, that's me, I can do it. And around this time, you can be seen so powerful and that you're transforming on a constant basis. Maybe the focus has been on your own personal transformation and you're emerging and socializing and sharing with others all the things that you've learned, the way in which you present yourself, and it can be transformative not only for yourself, but for others. It can inspire others to go, if Capricorn can do it, so can I. Some of you literally may have had some form of cosmetic surgery or a beauty treatment that alters your image. And like I say, your magnetism is at an all-time high, so you can easily attract people and situations that support your long-range goals. This includes relationships. So romantically, if you're in an established relationship, then you two can start to talk about where do you want to go next, and putting a plan in place and really getting all the resources that you need in order to make that happen. If you're single and looking for love, then this can be a time where you easily attract a relationship that's healing, that's very deep and meaningful, and it's transforming your life and transforming the way that you may have operated in the past in relationships, and saying, I'm going to do it differently this time. It's a possibility that you could attract a situation where you have to defend yourself because not everybody is going to see you and accept you for who you are. And you may have to say, you know what, I don't care what you think. The people that mind don't matter, and the people that matter don't mind. So these are some things at the beginning of the week that, or excuse me, the month of March that you may be facing. However, as you move into the first weekend, we've got the sun canoodling with Jupiter, energizing your third house, where you may find that people and friends will come out of the woodwork to support you, to energize you, communicate with you, and connect. And it's really about you surrounding yourself with the people that celebrate you. So I can see you getting away and or spending time in your local community, maybe taking a short trip somewhere to visit friends and or some siblings, family, that sort of thing. And that just energizes you. You may use your words and have conversation that helps others feel as though they have hope and faith. Capricorn, you've had Pluto sitting in your sign for a long time, and you've been forced to change. You've been forced to take on something that maybe gives you a cause or a mission, but you've had to do a lot of your own, I'll say, tower moments. And now you're emerging like the butterfly from the cocoon. And that can help others feel like they can look at you and say, wow, Capricorn's been through so much. Now I can too. And Capricorn, you may be called upon to support others with your words, with just your full presence. You could feel very generous and giving of your resources, and that can help others feel supported and light. I also see a lot of laughter coming for you during this weekend. You could be inspired to learn more about anything that inspires you. You could start teaching, maybe sharing with others. And I would say that friends and neighbors will play an important role during this time as well. And if you're looking at Venus and Mars, our cosmic lovers and relationships, what drives us, what we use to say is our values, this is also romance and sex, then you can pay attention to the fact that these two cosmic lovers are changing signs from your sign into Aquarius. So they're leaving that first house and moving into your second, energizing you when it comes to your values, your self-worth, your possessions, the things that you want to say, this is concrete, this is tangible. That's why it also points to income, because what you're able to draw into you for your income can help you purchase the things that you need. And this all happens, Venus and Mars transit into the sign of Aquarius on March 6th. And so you may find that capitalizing on your income through alternative modalities, maybe some unusual methods, there's a lot of problem solving that can rise you to the next rank or the next level. Your friendships first start with relationships. So let's talk relationships for a second. Those of you who are single, you may be friendly or have a strong friendship with someone, and you don't even know that they're interested. Or maybe you haven't even revealed that you're interested. This is a time where the friendship becomes more important than the romance, but eventually you may reveal your true feelings, or they may. If you're in a bonded relationship, then you will come back to how much you value each other as a friend. That's a foundation for the romance, because we know that the feelings of romance can ebb and flow. And so here you can use this time of Venus and Mars through Aquarius to come back to, hey, I want to support you and you support me. And we just like each other. You know, I jokingly, but it's true. I did say at one time when my daughter was 15 and she was going through her stuff and I was going through stuff. And at one point I looked at her, I said, I love you, but I don't like you right now. And so these are the kind of things that you may be looking at saying, you know what, I don't necessarily feel all of this romantic love, but I really like my partner. Doing what you love and having great benefits in doing what you love so that it benefits others, that's something else that may really attract you. It gives you that feel good kind of feeling. You may also find yourself wanting to live by your own set of rules, and it could create some friction if you're not on the same page with others. However, because I sense that you're going to have these ideas that say, I want to do things my own way, maybe independently, but I want to create a win-win situation. I want to create a situation that's a benefit for the team, for the group, for the friends, for my family. You could attract opportunities to really think independently, do a lot of problem solving, and then drive initiative or intentions forward. So this is something that you can real partner with someone. And friendliness is a value that you may hold and get quite defensive or stand up for someone who isn't being treated friendly. So I can see a few of you Capricorns mixing it up with a few other personalities. If they're being rude or they're just not, they're being very selfish, that you may just stand up for that person and be that voice. With Mercury entering Pisces March 10th, that will activate more of that third house. So your information is processed through your emotional body. Pay attention, especially you empathic Capricorns. If you are picking up energy from an emotional energy and it's not yours, then give yourself time to process it. If it is yours, speak with a third party, do some journaling, do a ritual, move your body, something that you need to really do some self-care. But you'll most likely be picking up feelings and thoughts of others, almost like telepathically, clairvoyantly. You may need some time to process that. Dreams and imaginal information, symbols can stimulate ideas that bring in manifestation, but it can feel really good. So do take your time, because some of these pieces of information, as they drop in, you may not know exactly what to do with them. So you're going to need that time to process. So do carve out some alone time in your schedule, just so you can work with it. And then what I see is you being able to process, once you've processed it, to be able to share it with others. And sometimes you may even present something even better that they didn't even recognize. This is a great placement for anybody who's doing talk therapy or doing intuitive work or working with reframing things for others. This is a great place for it. You may have discussions regarding a particular subject matter that can help you be swept away in beautiful fantasy land. Give yourself time to daydream about if you're not happy at your current job or you're not happy in your relationship or something of that nature. Let yourself fantasize a little bit about what would be my ultimate reality. And then communicate that in some way, first with yourself, get really settled, and then with whoever may be affected if you're deciding to make a decision. With Mercury and Pisces, communication does tend to get blurry or foggy. So misunderstandings can be common. Again, take your time, take time out if you need to. The world is an experience, not a race here. And so just give yourself that opportunity to relax and maybe have multiple conversations. Because remember, if the relationship is more important than the subject matter, then you can create solutions and you can create win-win situations here. Anything artistic, especially music and poetry, are wonderful mediums for this Mercury and Pisces for you. So have that creative outlet handy if you need to express yourself in that way. Sun is going to canoodle with Neptune on March 13th, more third house energy. So you could be driven to learn about more spiritual or artistic subject matters, which can give you great joy. You could explore and enjoy your immediate environment. Maybe go to a local park or a local hiking area or local place that you haven't been. And you're like, I've always wanted to go here. Why not? And then that can easily connect you within the community. It can expand your social circle. It'll keep you on the go, because you may be a little bored around this time, or at least it can seem that way. So get yourself out there and just connect. Remember that just because you have space, it doesn't mean you have to always fill it. There's a tendency to be more intellectual, more social at this time. Great if you're single and wanting to connect with somebody on a romantic level, talking about higher minded subject matters or something that just really interests you could be very attractive. As well as if you're bonded, then you can have these wonderful philosophical conversations or spiritual conversations, things that allow you to bond through communication. You could also be sought out for your wisdom and intuitive guidance at this time. So anything that you do as far as meditation or exercise, being in nature, whatever allows you to really tap into that inner wisdom, pay attention, record it, because I do feel like you're going to be needed to share it. We have a full moon in Virgo on March 18th. This is going to further energize your third and ninth house. Well, we're working with communication when we work with and information, when we work with third and ninth house. Ninth house is abstract, third house is tangible, practical, on a smaller bite kind of scale. And so you may be clearing out, because it's a full moon, clearing out any negative self-talk, any criticism that you may have had. Now, this could be that somebody in your life has been overly critical of you, that, again, you may have to defend yourself or you may have to set that straight. But if the relationship's more important, talk it through. And if you get caught in the minutia, give yourself permission to step back and look at things from a 30,000 foot view. Yeah. Releasing intuitive, self-healing, compassionate information into your community and the world at large can have very long-reaching, long-term effects, putting you in a really good position down the road. You could be relied on very heavily during this full moon for sound advice, for problem solving, and for helping others clear out some of their negative stuff. Communication tools can be used as an act of service. So if you're doing public speaking, podcasts, YouTube videos, books, maybe you're putting a manual together, maybe an SOP, those kinds of things that are helpful to others can also be released around this time. And it's possible somebody may reveal their true feelings to you or vice versa. Maybe you've been holding back and you've been waiting for that right time to tell your beloved or somebody you've just been casually dating, hey, I really love you, or hey, I want to have a baby, or I want to move into the future with you in some way. Sun enters Aries on the spring equinox on March 20th. This activates that fourth house for you. Your attention will be on your home during this time when the sun is moving through Aries. A happy life depends on happiness in the home. You may open your home to others as they're energized by being there. You're entertaining them, and them being there and you having this entertainment just fills your happiness tank. It allows you just to have this sense of joy and abundance. And the more the merrier. That's what I keep hearing, Capricorn. So it's like, I can see you with some of you Capricorns who have kids who are like, hey, mom, I want Susie to sleep over. And you're like, sure, why not? Oh, so-and-so too. Okay, sure. And then it turns into this like more the merrier. Your table is full of people, full of food and people talking and laughing and just having a great time. You could turn your attention to family members, taking pride in your family, in your heritage. So if you felt like things were a little lackluster or maybe a little tough in regards to your family, now you could be re-energized and you can find that everybody's sort of feeling more independent and you're wanting to have that independent way of leading in your family, and you can get that support and that energy going. And you may find yourself, especially with that table full of people, where you're reminiscing about happy childhood memories. It's a great time to get together with family or friends and talk about, hey, you know what? Remember when we did this? This was so much fun. And it just helps to secure and helps you feel more hopeful that the future can be bright. Mercury canoodles with Jupiter and Mars sextile Chiron right around this time as well, further emphasizing that second, third, fourth houses. And so there's great healing and there's great opportunities for teaching and helping others in ways that can boost your income, boost your self-worth, boost that feeling of security in the home and sense of where you belong. So if you've had some wounding or some issues around your sense of how valuable am I? What am I actually bringing to this family? What am I actually bringing to the world? What am I bringing to my job or the people I interact with? If you've been kind of working through some of that during the second half of March, you may start to see where others share with you, this is what you do, Capricorn, for me. Thank you. And you go, wow, I really do have value. And I know that we should all have our own internal system of values and should go, I'm valuable because I have breath. But it also is nice to get that external validation. And I sense you will have that as well. All right, Capricorn, I certainly hope this helps. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Remember, this is a general reading. If you want something more specific, come find me at jamiedawn.com. And I look forward to connecting with you. Have such a great month.